Closed captioning for Great Tastes is presented by Manitoba Pork, locally grown, globally preferred. Manitoba Liquor Mart presents Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great Tastes is brought to you by Great Tastes MB.ca. Local farms, local foods. Great Taste is sponsored by Manitoba Agriculture. Welcome to Great Tastes of Manitoba. My name is Des Daniels, and we are here tonight. The name of our show, When Friends Gather. We're here with Manitoba Pork, of course, Susan Reese, and Aaron Oblast, Manitoba Liquor Mart. So tonight's show, When Friends Gather, it's really essentially what we do here with you every Saturday night. It brings a tear to the eye. Happy tears, of course. I'll hold it together for the time being, but it's all about celebrations tonight,
Sure.
Susan. So what do you have in store for us?
Yeah, so like you alluded to, we're having friends over. Maybe you're going to a potluck or you're part of a progressive dinner party group. Pork has you covered all the way. So we're going to start with an appetizer, a spiced pork tenderloin crostini with an amazing apple cranberry chutney. Then we're going to move to a Cuban pulled pork, which is great for stretching your grocery dollar and feeding a crowd, so that's perfect. And then we're going to end with something just a little bit different, maybe something that you wouldn't quite expect. For dessert, we have a candied bacon bomb trifle.
Cannot wait. Well, for all of it, but that last one's very intriguing. Aaron, the sun rises and sets in terms of celebrations with what you do every day. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm in the business of fun, and I truly like to celebrate every day. And when we celebrate with friends, it is a lot more fun. Susan, you've put together some great recipes when friends gather, appetizer, entree, dessert. So we're going to pair with kind of that theme, an appy, a main, and a dessert.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, off we go. So this is a spiced pork tenderloin crostini with apple cranberry chutney. It's a mouthful, not just the title, but so how do we get started?
Okay, well, we're starting with our nice extra lean pork tenderloin that we're going to leave whole. We've trimmed it up already, taken the silver skin off. If you want to know how to do that, you can actually go to ManitobaPork.com.
Right.
We've got some great how-to videos there in terms of how to silver a tenderloin. And we're going to put on a wet rub. This rub has just some garlic salt in it, some pepper, a little bit of dried marjoram, some ground sage, and we've moistened it with some olive oil, or canola oil actually. You could use either. So I'm going to get my hands messy here and just rub that on.
That's kind of the only way to
Yeah, that's the only way to do it, right?
I feel like. So kind of a...
So you want to do it both sides.
Okay. Oh, both sides, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And this recipe is actually for 2 tenderloins. So if you're going to do this, you can easily do 2, or if you only want to make half, cut the recipe in half, or even triple or quadruple the recipe. It's just super easy to work with.
So one poor tenderloin, about how many crostinis will that end up making?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to say probably 2 dozen.
Okay, that's
maybe?
a good healthy start, I guess, depending on how many people you're having over.
Okay, so then this would go in the oven at 425. So we're going to cook it on higher heat. That oil will also help give this a bit of a brown surface, which is great. Put that on a parchment-lined baking sheet. And we'd cook that for about 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
And then you want to pull it just at about 155 Fahrenheit.
All
so
right.
use your meat thermometer.
Yeah, very important.
And let it rest for about 3 minutes before letting it cool. So I'm going to go and wash my hands.
You got to deal with that. But
and,
while you do that, though, I'm going to sort of get in your business here, and I'm wondering about this chutney. So chutney, kind of marvelous. Like if I'm coming home late sometimes, you know, I'll get out like soda crackers and put chutney on. So you can eat it on pretty much anything, right? Yeah. I have store-bought, but you've actually made your chutney here, Susan. So what's in this? Because it looks beautiful and it smells like unbelievably
yes,
good.
And you can make this ahead. You can also freeze it and pull it out anytime that you want. So we've got apples and cranberries, some brown sugar. We've had to add some water, some chopped yellow onion, ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and orange zest, and you cook that all down. The recipe will be on the website, so you can easily make that. And like I say, it freezes really well too. So,
and it's one of those things, like it's sweet, but it obviously goes very well with savory. Like there's just something so beautiful about chutney.
And if you don't want to use this chutney, you can use store-bought chutney or something that you've picked up at the farmer's market. Just make sure that it's sort of a sweet fruit-based chutney, and it'll work really well with this recipe.
All right.
So we're going to assemble our crostini now.
Exciting.
I will start slicing the tenderloin.
Okay.
If you want to put some Dijon mustard on those toasted bread slices.
To. Yeah. And so any kind of mustard, like, because you've got, this one's got lots of,
I like the grainy Dijon.
Yeah.
And so we're slicing these about a 1/4 inch. And as you can see, that hint of pink inside is just perfect. That's
Kinda
what you want.
Yeah. I'm making a mess here already.
Well, that's okay.
No
You
time
don't
at
have
all.
to be elegant.
Oh, thank goodness. That's later. Smoke and mirrors.
So I'll tell you what, why don't we, we'll put a slice of pork on top of that Dijon.
Okay.
And then you want that dollop of chutney. That comes next.
And I couldn't help but notice a little
and
blue
then,
cheese hanging around
and
there.
then so we've got just a wee bit of blue cheese just to give it a little bit of pizzazz.
Oh,
and
yeah.
extra little bite. And you know, those flavors are all very complex, you know, together, but they work very well together.
Okay.
And there you have your pork tenderloin crostini with apple cranberry chutney.
Beautiful, fancy schmancy, but not too difficult as you could see.
Super easy.
It's an exciting episode when we come back. Cuban pulled pork here on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba Agriculture.